applause. Make some noise for the one and only Ben Boy.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing?
Ben Barnes in the building. Great, man.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
All right. The Darkling in the building, the Black Heretic, Prince Caspian, Jigsaw, and Killing Bono was one of my favorite films. Hey, Neil McCormick.
Hey.
I gotta mention that one. Go. And he's a great musician. Just did a new single, Sledgehammer, Scary Pockets, and Ben Barnes. Go check that out.
It was about 60 years ago.
60 years ago.
Do you know what? It was. I got into acting kind of through music, actually. Through music. I was singing in choirs and in bands, and I was doing like jazz nights at my high school. And then this guy came to my school with this youth theatre company who did like musicals and stuff, and he was like, you should audition for one of these things, and I did, and I joined this company, and I made all these incredible friends from all these different walks of life, from different places that I was from, different kind of sexualities and different ethnicities, and people that I just hadn't encountered in my life up to that point, and it just like opened the world up to me, this profession, and that's kind of where I caught the bug of like wanting to do it and tell stories more and do it in that way. And honestly, I found that experience to be the case all the way through to Shadow and Bone, which is like such a beautifully representative piece of storytelling. Different kinds of couples, different kinds of representation, and different kinds of characters, and so you know, just being a part of that, and you know, and that beautiful young cast playing the crows and in the Shadow and Bone characters, kind of opening my eyes up to like teaching me stuff, and like I can be there for them, and this whole experience has kind of come full circle. You know?
Yeah, wow, great answer.
Okay.
Jessie dyed her hair last year in white, and I was wondering if that was for a scene that was cut, because in the book 2 there's a scene where Alina, spoiler alert, kills the Darkling almost, and even herself, and I was wondering if it maybe was that scene.
No, so Jessie cut her hair after we finished shooting, and then she dyed it blonde.
I was so excited for that scene.
Because she's a rock star.
She really is.
Yeah, she dyed her hair because she's cool, and nothing to do with the story. No, we never got to the white hair in the books.
Too bad. But thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Next question. Hi.
Hi Ben, I'm Joy.
Hi Joy. You are Joy, aren't you? Joy itself.
Thank you. I just wanted to say you were my first childhood crush because of Narnia. But I have a simple question for you. What is your life quote?
You think that's a simple question? That's the hardest question anyone has ever asked.
Oh.
What is my life quote? Well, my dad used to say two quotes to me, which I found kind of really reassuring and kind of like comforting. The first is a quote by John Lennon from an old band called the Beatles. And it was, everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. And I always found that very comforting, and I put it in one of my songs, actually, called Not the End. But the other thing he used to say to me, which is a Shakespeare quote, is above all else to thine own self be true, which is just, if you're ever wondering who to rely on, it's you. And, you know, the answers are going to be in you. You can do no wrong if you are representative of your authentic self in this life, and honestly I find that no more true than I do when I come to these conventions and you're all living your best lives, dressing how you want to dress, being how you want to be, using the pronouns you want to use, and I just think that these conventions are like setting a real example for the world and how to do that. So wear those weird ears and do your thing.
Great. Can you repeat that last life quote? That was good.
above all else to thine own self be true. It's Hamlet.
Should have known that. Next question.
You should have.
My bad.
Hello.
Hi.
So thank you for answering that hard question so well. I have another, or perhaps even harder question for you.
Fuck.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I mean.
Okay. Anyway, so cereal or milk first in the bowl?
So you want to know if he puts the cereal first or the milk first?
Correct.
I put the cereal in first because I'm not a psychopath. Anyone who puts the milk in first, you need to rethink your life choices.
Nice.
Put your hand up if you put the milk first. Wow.
Boo, that just got booed even. Alright.
Hi, so my question is, if the Shadow and Bone cast were to be in the Hunger Games, who do you think would win?
That's a good question. The question was, if the Shadow and Bone cast were in Hunger Games, who would win? That's really good. My first thought is to maybe say Archie, but then he would probably just do some dumb thing in the end that would just not. But he's very like athletic and tenacious. It could also be Jesse. I tell you, it would not be me. They would kill me and eat me first, I think. That's a very good. It's a very. I think maybe Jesse or Archie is my instinct now. Who do you think it would be?
I think Freddy would be a pretty good one, or Kid. But honestly, it could be anyone.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Archie. I'm gonna go with Archie. It's my boy.
Yeah, right. Hey, how you doing?
Great. I was wondering who inspired you to start making music? Because I know that it plays a big role in your life, and maybe there's someone who still inspires and influences your art right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's about 1,000 answers to that question. In terms of musicians, when I was young, I used to like look in the back of my dad's record collection and look for all the like Motown, all the like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles and all those incredible singers, Freddie Mercury, you know, so many, Nat King Cole, so many kind of like amazing vocalists, like real vocalists. Whitney Houston, all those kind of singers that even when I was really small, I knew that I loved that people could make these noises with their mouths, you know. But then my dad also plays music, so, you know, just he taught me how to love music, I think. And then I had a drum teacher as well. He used to teach me the drums. That's my first instrument. First job I ever had was playing the drums, and I had a drum teacher who was very, he used to play me a lot of music as well, so. But I have so many answers to that question.
Yeah, but thank you.
Thank you.
Great question, by the way. Next question. Hello. We're losing time here.
Sorry. First of all, I think you're a great series of actors.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really.
I never played it, but I appreciate it.
You are a serious man. Everybody knows it. But
Everybody knows it.
it's true. Sorry. But my question is, what is your favorite line in Shadow and Bone? Just one you really like.
My favorite line in Channel
Yeah.
Bone. Wow, that's good. That's a good question.
One favorite line. That's not easy.
It's not easy because I know that the "Fine, make me your villain" is a really popular line. But I think I find it interesting for a different reason. I think my instinct is to see the humanity in things, and I think there's a defeat in that line, which is if you want to make me into a villain for my choices, then that's up to you to do that. But I don't see myself that way, and I think that's a really interesting sort of to write from different characters' perspectives in that way. I think that's why the word fine is there. And so I find that really compelling, but there's a lot of interesting lines in, later on, talking about, like, you live in a single moment, I live in 1,000. That's another interesting line about, like, I have this perspective of seeing the past and the future and how things will turn out, and you are myopic, and you're looking at things in this way. And, I think a lot of Leigh Bardugo's writing can be read in multiple ways, and that's kind of why I love it.
Thank you so
What's
much.
your favourite line? Hit me, quick.
The one that I live in 1,000.
Oh, wow. Okay, I nailed
Yeah,
it.
it's really good. Thank you.
10 points for Gryffindor for me.
I was wondering if I could give you something, or I can also ask a question.
Can you tell me
If you ask the question, I'll get what you want to give and give it to me.
Yeah, you both.
Okay,
You grab it and you ask me the question.
My question is, wait, what was it?
Take your time. What do you want to give to Ben? I'll give it to Ben.
Here.
What is 612
Oh, that's nice.
divided by 9?
Yeah.
Go.
beautiful.
Do you still get nervous before something like this or acting?
So, that's really sweet. Un papillon. Yes, I get nervous. It's funny, I get nervous when I do things that I haven't really done much before. So when I sing, I get really nervous because it's kind of a new exploit for me. When I did the first convention I did a couple of years ago, I got very nervous, but now you guys make me feel so welcome and at home, and I know nothing bad is going to happen, so now I know there's nothing to be afraid of. It's like anything in life, if you do it, the more you do it, the less scary it will feel. If I do theatre, I get very, very nervous. When I'm filming, I don't get nervous because I've made so many mistakes, I know I can just do it again. Yes, but I get nervous a lot, but today is not one of those days.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for calling us psychopaths.
I'm not wrong.
He doubles down.
And my question was, yes.
How do you know how much milk to put? Because you don't know what for sure there is yet.
I actually often use yogurt, but I just know.
Nobody's right though. How do you know?
No, let's not. What was the question? we're getting sidetracked to do a weird breakfast area.
So yesterday you said you were a Marvel fan, so I was wondering, who's your favorite character?
Favorite Marvel
My
character?
favorite Marvel character? That's a good question. Maybe Iron Man. I loved those first Iron Man movies were amazing. The Spider-Verse movie. I just watched the second one. It was so good. So yeah, all of them. All of them, but Iron Man is my instinctive answer.
Well, the question remains.
Who's yours?
Logan.
Nice.
The question remains: would Iron Man put the cereal first or the milk first? Right.
Captain Cereal.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Except for the ones you played. Yeah.
Aslan. I would dress up as a lion. That would be good. I think I would make a dashing lion.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi then. Would you ever be open to doing like a musical film or like a biopic, and who would you like to play?
Yeah. Yes, I would. I love musical films and I love biopics, so definitely. I remember when I heard that they were doing the Freddie Mercury one, when they cast it, I was very disappointed that I didn't get a chance to meet for that, because I think I could have done a pretty good Freddie.
Alec is great, but I think you do great as well. Have you seen Ticket Boom? That's also like a very good.
Yeah, good, amazing. Yeah, he was amazing. I was a big fan of that of Rent, so yeah, of course I've seen it. He's wonderful.
I hope I get to see that someday.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Next one, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Assuming you read the Shadow and Bone books, there is quite a difference between the books and the show. Are there any particular scenes from the books that didn't make it to the show that you would have liked to see or play?
That's a very good question. Although moments from the books, do you know what I really like the scenes at the spinning wheel with the way that Bagheera's death in the books. I found that really powerful in a different way that we kind of it didn't have the space that it in the show maybe that it does in the books to like really have that kind of impact. And I think the way she kind of sacrifices herself falling off the building in the books, I always thought that was really like beautiful. And with the Nietzsche Boyer and stuff, it made more sense in the context of our show. But yeah, I think that was something that I kind of missed a little bit. I was also disappointed to not see some of the kind of creepy dreams that Alina has, but also we tried our best to add in some of that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I have a question regarding Narnia, but not about the movies. A couple of years ago, there was a show announced, and we haven't had any information since. So I would like to know which actor or who would you cast as Prince Caspian in the show?
Oh, very good. Well, I always thought that I was too old to be Prince Caspian at 25. I think it should be like a 14-year-old boy. So I don't know. I don't know if I know.
On the beatbox.
BBBB. I don't know very many 14-year-old boy actors. Who I don't know. Who are some 14-year-old boy actors that would be great? I don't watch enough kids TV to know that, but yeah, I think it should be someone young.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Hi there.
My question is about Narnia. If you could play any character in the show, just not Prince Caspian or Aslan, who would you play?
You got ahead of me. You said I can't be the lion. Who would I play? Reepicheep? I think probably Reepicheep is an excellent character. So yeah, probably that.
Good answer.
Hi Ben.
Hi there.
I just wanted to ask you, do you rather come back as Jigsaw in the MCU or any other character in the MCU? Because I've read online that you want to play a superhero.
Yeah, I would definitely play more Jig. I loved playing Billy Russo in The Punisher, and I was really enjoying where that character was headed. I was keen to see if he would form like a super villain couple with Krista, his therapist. I thought that would be a really cool way to go in a third season, but they killed me instead, which I totally understand. I'm very killable. But I think now that the canon is sort of dead, I've said goodbye to it. I would love to do it again, but equally, I've played villains for a few years now, so I'm kind of ready to play a hero again, you know. So yeah, I would like give me a cape and some spandex.
What superhero from the MCU would you pick?
I don't. Do you know what? They've also done most of them. So the ones they're doing now are like more obscure. So
yeah,
they're ones that I don't really know. Somebody said Gambit would be a good one, which I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But as I said yesterday, like when I was a kid, I wanted to be Batman. So I can't not want to be Batman.
I mean, we would love to see you as a DC Comics character. I mean, Batman would really be something.
Anyone with a cape, just give me a cape. I know in The Incredibles, you're not allowed any capes, but I want a cape.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi.
Really small. Okay. Hi. I actually had a question about Narnia. So if you have to like compare yourself character-wise with the character from Narnia, who do you like personally character-wise are you most like?
Mr. Tumnus drinks a lot of tea, doesn't he? I drink a lot of tea.
Do you also eat a lot of sardines?
No, but I did eat a salad last night and I asked for extra anchovies, so it's basically the same thing. I'm gonna go tea drinking Tumnus.
Thank you.
Thank you, El. Hi.
Hi Ben. I think you're a great Sirius Black fan cast, so I wanted to know who's your favorite Harry Potter character?
My favourite Harry Potter character? That's a very good question. My favourite kind of Harry Potter moment is when Dumbledore asks Snape about Lily and he says, always. That is my heart squeezing moment. So, and I just love Alan Rickman. So I reserve the right to have a different answer in an hour or tomorrow, but right in this moment you're asking me, I'm going to say Snape.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So I was wondering, despite you being the most handsome man ever, you faced this ageism. You're one of the very few actors, male actors, who face ageism, like being in Narnia or Darkling, being older than the character you were playing, and some fans talked about this. So I was wondering what your opinion is about ageism. Like, I'm legally younger than you, but as a woman, I could only play, like in my age, you can only play a mother or a bitch. So what do you think about ageism and the difference between men and women in Hollywood and wider?
Ageism.
Yeah, so obviously there are a lot of double standards that still exist in Hollywood, and it is very difficult. I have so many, actress friends that negotiate the same things that you're talking about in terms of feeling like if they haven't made it by a certain age or they're going to be mothers or whatever. But I think hopefully, like we are with everything, we're slowly inching towards being more inclusive, writing more roles, and lots of very powerful female actors in the industry who are making sure that they're playing exciting and differing kinds of roles and being the leads of everything. And so I think that's a wonderful thing. Obviously, the more we can keep pushing for that kind of balance, the better. And those kind of opportunities. I think I've had a kind of interesting connection with age in terms of characters. I've played a lot of characters who are ageless. I've played a lot of characters who you see at 18 and at 13 or 40 in the same story. I've played a lot of characters who grow up in the story, or characters that are kind of immortal or ageless. I've also been in things like Gold Digger, where it's sort of highlighted that I'm younger or older or whatever it might be. So I think it's kind of not, age itself is not particularly interesting, but I do think that different stages of life are interesting. Particularly when it comes to relationships, couples that are the right age, the age where they're thinking about starting a family or not yet, or they're past that kind of age or whatever it is. So I think those kind of the stages of how we magnetize towards people and how we kind of sync up with people in different times of our lives with different types of friends. I think that is all very interesting storytelling, and that's how we tell stories so that we can understand each other and we all understand those kind of ins and outs.
Thank you.
Wow, great question, by the way, and elaborate answer. Thanks. I was listening. Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
I just want to say I love Bono so much.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed with the Darkling. It's my favorite character. My question is, if you were a Disney princess, who would you be?
I love that question. If I was a Disney princess, who would I be? It's a very good question. You don't want to be one that's kind of defined by the man in the story. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think in a way like Princess Jasmine kind of being defined by Aladdin or whatever. So my friend Samantha plays Elsa in the West End right now. She's amazing. So I think I'll have to go maybe with that. Elsa, maybe.
That's a good answer.
Is it? Is she the princess? Yes.
Yeah, she's definitely. She's cute.
Who would you be?
Ariel.
You're your own original one with pink wings and a... Who would you be?
Right now I'm Barbie.
Barbie isn't a Disney princess.
No, it's not. No, but it's a princess. I think it would be Ariel.
Yeah, that's a really good one too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice. Hi.
Hello. So my question for you is, if you could be any character, no matter if it's animated or if it's in a musical, who would you be?
Any character from anything ever?
Yeah.
Another almost impossible question.
Right.
I don't know. Help me. Who do you want me to say?
I don't know.
See, it's difficult, isn't it? If I could be any character from anything animated.
I would be Giselle. It's technically a Disney princess from Enchanted, the movie.
Oh yes, very good. I don't know. You stumped me. Well done. You've finally they've broken me with a question I don't know the answer to.
There's no answer to this
too
question.
many answers.
Very difficult question too, but
I always wanted to be Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future.
Hey.
I always wanted to be him. So yes,
That's a great answer.
that'll have to do. I'm sorry.
yeah. Thanks. Okay, we got a few more minutes, a few more questions. Let's go. Next question. Come on. Hi.
Hi, I hope you're doing well.
Hi.
Since the crows in season 2 of Shadow and Bone is basically the plot of Crooked Kingdom, the book, what scenes would you like to see if Six of Crows gets a spin-off?
I mean, I think they've done an amazing job of not the stories, but not actually telling the stories of Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdom yet. I think I just want to see them do Six of Crows. I want to see them storm the Ice Palace, those 3 couples doing their different dances. I want to see Inez and Cash, I want to see Matthias and Nina, and I want to see Jasper and Wylan, doing their 3 different types of flirting, whilst, trying to break out somebody from a fjord and ice palace. I think that would be really cool to see over 8 episodes.
Thank you.
That's very good. I would have pancakes with bacon for breakfast. I would have some kind of, maybe like a carbonara pasta for lunch and an Indian food for dinner. I'm taking 3 because I'm feeling very hungry that day, whichever day you're asking me.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Ludovic. Hi.
Hi. Do you have hidden talent and would you show us?
What?
Sorry?
If you have do you have a secret talent?
A secret talent.
Secret talent.
And if so, would he show us?
Oh my god. Every ounce of talent that I've got, I squeeze into trying to put into acting and music. So, I mean, some people don't know that my first ever job that I got paid for was playing the drums in a production of Bugsy Malone when I was 15. That was my first ever job I got paid for. So I guess that's sort of my most secret talent, probably.
Drums, nice.
That.
And I sent down this voice, which I think is kind of funny.
Thank you.
The Darkling just said something real wild.
I'm ashamed of myself for doing that in public. I am 41 years old.
Hi.
Hi. If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
If I was an animal, what animal would I be? That's a very good question. I think I would like to think maybe I would be like a stag? I don't know. Maybe I'm just playing with the Harry Potter audience, but well, I used to get taken to Richmond Park by my parents when I was a kid, and there's lots of wild deer, and I was just thinking the stags, and near where I live there's a lake, and there's sometimes you see young stags around there, and I just feel this weird kind of appreciation, love, connection with stags. Stags.
Right.
You know, I like to think it was a lion or something, but I'm not. I'm not that, you know, that powerful. I don't think so. Yeah, maybe a stag. Why? What do you think I would be?
Well, I don't know. I think I agree.
One of my favourite animals is, I did this quiz once, it was would name an animal and why do you name it, and I put a giraffe because I think it's impossible to look at a giraffe without smiling.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
Thanks. Amazing. A giraffe or a stag. Like, we can choose.
That would be a giraffe, but yeah, I just think they're cool.
Thank you.
Yes, madam.
You've been on quite a few sets and had quite a few experiences.
Say that again.
You've been on quite a few sets in your professional life. Movie sets.
Yeah, got it. Brilliant.
I'm keeping it not hurry. You have quite a few experiences, I imagine, and I like to live vicariously, just a little. And I was wondering, what is the funniest or the scariest or just the most memorable experience you've had while filming, either during filming or in between?
The thing that's jumping into my mind is, raise your hand if you were in this panel yesterday. Okay, sorry, this is no answer, not for you. Because I said it yesterday, because it jumped into my head as this moment when I was filming Prince Caspian, one of the first scenes. I didn't know how to ride a horse, and so I had to learn how to ride a horse. And one of the first scenes, if you've seen the opening of that film, I'm being chased by Marines across this beautiful landscape in New Zealand, and I'm galloping on this horse, and we had to ride through a river. And I was crossing the river on this horse, and as the horse was trying to come up the bank to the other side, the horse slipped and fell over on its side, and I thought, oh my god, I have been waiting all these years to have an opportunity to be the lead of a movie. And on like my third day, this horse has fallen over, I've definitely broken my leg, I'm going to be fired, that's the end of this dream, for sure. And then the horse just stood up, and I was grasping onto the horse, and it got up and I was still on the back of the horse, and it walked out, and I was fine. And I was so relieved, but it was just this enchanting moment. And then later, now for the people who were here yesterday, there was another moment at the end of the shoot. We were shooting the battle sequence, and I was galloping on this horse through this field down into the castle as part of the sort of like trap that we've set, and I had to pull this flaming torch with one hand. So I was riding the horse, and I grabbed this torch with the other hand, and again the horse slipped and it sort of slides around on the floor, and then again it just gets up and I'm somehow still on the horse. And if you go and see the DVD extras, do they make DVDs anymore? The DVD extras of Prince Caspian, you can see this moment where I grab this flaming torch, and then the horse like falls and slides and then turns back around and off we go. And it's like, those two moments like stand out as being like those kind of, it felt like jumping out of a plane, you know, just like exhilarating, which I've never done and I would never do, because that's like putting your milk in your cereal first.
Hey, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much, Ben Barnes, buddy.
Thank you so much,
and Ben, let's do a quick selfie with the crowd. Just everybody be in the picture. I want everybody in this shot. Here we go, a little bit this way. Make some noise. Hello. Okay, thank you, Ben. It was a pleasure to hang out and meet you. Once more, make some noise for the Darkling.